Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just love how this track drops. I just gotta let it drop for a second, and then I'm gonna come in.
I was just sitting there smoking a pack of Cadanas, looking at my wins for the day. Oh, my goodness.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh, didn't make enough. Shout out to everybody here. Let's break down what happened to Bitcoin today and talk about it, all right? If you were with me this morning, all right, I was nice enough to make an update this morning showing you that I was very bullish. Bitcoin had been going sideways after a pump. That is a bullish sign for any asset in the world. We talked about it. I went over it. I stood strong. I said, we do have to break above resistance. I said, I'm not 100% bull or bear. I said, but there's a gap in the VRVP here. I said, it's looking nice. I said, it's very, very likely you get a move to the upside. The 1 hour stochastic looked good. And what happened, lo and behold, later on into the day, I even called 39,500 as my area of key support or resistance. That was the key level that I was looking for a break to. And, you know, we got the pump. You know, you could say that was my exact line there. We actually went higher on a wick to 39,700. Who here watched the morning update and who here was make gains off of the morning information? Who here got the education from the lifer, tweaked a little bit what they were doing, turned themselves from a losing trader into a profitable trader? Anyone out there change the way they do it after hanging out with the lifer? God bless each and every one of you for being here. Gains, and more gains. Shout out to everyone who here watched that live stream and was able to figure out how to make gains. Bang, I did it again. I made the proper call at the right time. This was easy. I don't like using the word easy, but this was a simple call. Beautiful move for Bitcoin to the upside, breaking up to the next high volume node. Look, you can see the node right there. You can see the gap in the VRVP. Bang. Then I looked at the 7-minute. I said the 7-minute is likely going to break out again. It's looking interesting to me. And it did get a nice breakout, came back down. We're going to talk about this right now. We're going to redraw this, and we're going to break down what I see happening later tonight and further on in. But shout out to anyone that got in for Bitcoin to 39,005, frothing over to 39,007. You got the push to the upside. BOOKMAP even had the same exact area. We talked about it on the live stream this morning. That's why I go live for each and every one of you. Even before I taught class, I teach class today from 9. I jumped in and I did a quick 15 to 20 minute live stream because I knew the information I could give you could change your life, could help you. I knew that I'm high. What if you knew you were really accurate and you knew that if you could give someone the information that you could help them? Imagine being so accurate that you felt bad when you didn't give the information because you knew you were that good. It's so messed up, right? It sounds horrible, right? I'm like, what an ego. But honestly, I feel guilty whenever I don't give out a little bit of what I'm looking at, because so many times what I'm seeing plays out. You know what I mean? And again, I can't guarantee that it's going to play out. But it also makes me guilty because I feel guilty all the time because I'm just like, man, I know I could help someone make some gains. You know what I mean? I've learned more than I could ever give back. I'm extremely grateful. Shout out to Michael. We love you. Love the lifer. God bless, friend, man. Shout out to Savage Traders. Shout out to my man Savage. We love you, brother. God bless you, man, for life. Thank you. Shib's the word. Dogecoin pumping. Are we about to get Dogecoin? Roll Tide, baby. Shout out to Doug. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So look, we're looking for Bitcoin now, looking for 40K. I mean, our biggest closest order is 40,000 to 40,230. That's the area that we're looking at. We may get a move down to 38,990. But wow, where are the bears? Where are the bears now? Where are the bigger orders down here? They've disappeared. It's mainly to the upside, suggesting that it's very likely we go to 40,200 now for Bitcoin. You're the best. Can you look at Big Time, please? Anytime. We'll take a look at Big Time. Anytime. Send in a super chat for TA and Deep Dive. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right, let's take a look here at what's going on. So that's the bigger pole, or we could just trade the base of the triangle. The bigger pole puts us up at 40,360, similar to what we're looking at for a move closer to the upside. Right? All right. Amen. Just looking at people saying funny things in the chat. So here we go. Let's take a look here. Possibly 2% gains at a 10x leverage. That's 20% gains for Bitcoin. All right. We're consolidating nicely. Are we going to dump? I mean, there was the level to dump from. Bearish divergence came through. Got bought back up. Now we're going more sideways. This is almost a micro. I'll show you something that's going to interest you. Watch this. This will blow your mind. See if I can pull this off. This will be crazy. Yeah, I'll look at it on like Bitfinex. Never even look at Bitcoin there. All right. Nah, it's really not. Anyway. All right, I'm bugging it. Anyway, they look like fractals to me, but not too much. Shout out to Zach Leroy for the $5 for Big Time. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. And let's talk about the fan funding here. If you fan fund, we shout you out. Shout out to the Abdominal Bread Man, Spaghetti Rigetti, with the $5. Love you, Sammy, and the Lifer fan. My current BTC trade is up 11,300%. Love being a lifer. I love how you keep that thing open, man. All the way to 60K, man. Love the lifer. God bless, friend. Shout out to my man, Savage Trades. And shout out to Zach Leroy with Big Time. And celebrating his first super chat. Zach, you're the man. Shout out to ZL for the first super chat. God bless you, man. That's very nice of you. We'll take a look at Big Time. Amen. And then everyone, if you want to join the trading group, we make it super simple here. Hit the link to go to cryptolifer.com and jump on in today. It'll blow your mind. You're going to learn about the newest coins, the fastest coins, the illest ideas like Nexa. All right? And you're going to learn about the code quality, the product roadmap, the team, and the conclusion. You're going to get background information from Token Metrics from me and from all my team and people going through so many different coins. You're going to learn about ordinals, DeFi, and more, and my trading style, right? And technical analysis that you can apply on anything around the world. Really jump on in, take crypto by storm, become a crypto lifer. If you can handle it, we're here for you. If you want to go all the way, we have the plan, we have the way. We have the group that really will take you to the next level. CryptoLifer.com. Jump on in today. It'll blow your mind. Join today. We'd love to see you in there. All right. We like to trade on MEXC. MEXC is the place to be. Zero spot maker and taker fee, 0% future maker fee. That means when you actually make the limit order, you don't have to pay a fee. You only pay a fee when you market in and out. It's absolutely beautiful. But if you spot, like when I just, buy Bitcoin and DCA, zero spot maker and taker fee, unbelievable on MEXC. You gotta love it. Absolutely love it. Moving forward, all right? If it's in your area, jump on in. 0% maker and taker fee around the world for MEXC. Link in the description. And last but not least, we want you to join the newsletter. The newsletter is absolutely amazing. Opt in for cool new deals, things that I'm doing. If I ever have some type of cool sale, you never know, beginning of the year, back to school, summer sale, whatever it is, you'll be able to get in there. Throw your email address, subscribe, and I'd love to see you on my newsletter. Those are the three things that are easy and accessible. Join in there, jumping into MEXC, and joining the newsletter, the place to be. Yo, Jesus is King. Lifer, do you think there'll be a hard landing next year, or do you think it'll be affect BTC? Honestly, they have to print money, man. They're going to print money. And it's not what I think. I just look at the charts, and so far the charts have been saying that we're going to get a move on the S&P and the NASDAQ, and so far the charts have been correct. Bang, bang, bang. So okay, so moving forward over here. So look at this. This is just beautiful. I see more of a bigger move here for Bitcoin possibly coming. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is a little overbought, so we're going to do our whole zoom in and look at it all from the bigger time frame. But yeah. Right now, the 1 hour in a bit of a flag. Looks like it could continue. Really, to me, it's the 15-minute that's giving me the most information. And I like what I'm seeing for the 15. It suggests that we could continue to the upside. Suggests that we can continue this short squeeze further to the upside. Again, we have a resistance. Bitcoin has to get back above 39,500 and then take out the wick there. We'll call it 39,006 really. Take out the wick too at 39.7. Right? But again, we at least have to close a candle above 39,590 to remain bullish for BTC. If we don't, we'll make a lower high, and then we'll look for that lower low, and we can start making, a downtrend here for BTC. So it is crucial we get above this key level in the next hour to 2 hours, in my humble opinion. If we can't do that, we could go sideways. Anything is possible, but more than likely, we need to get back above this in the next 3 hours. That's going to be a nice, and probably less than that, because we got four of these candle closes in 1 hour. I'm looking more like 5 to 7 to 10 candles at the most. By then, we should be able to figure out if we can get above this or not. And if we can, and we're still more sideways, that's even more bearish to me, that there's some issue and we don't have the follow through in the volume to the upside. So far, we have lack of bullish momentum. bearish momentum in the MACD, right? The sellers are waning. We already got bought off, this low. And so far things are okay. And it all really started, remember, when we defended the 200 SMA on that 1 hour time frame. Ever since that area, we've been bouncing off. We've been strong. And that's why I was so adamant that day. I said, we can't lose the 200 SMA. If we stay above it, we're bullish. If we lose it, I will turn bearish. It's amazing how things have planned out. Remember, we called this long here on the live stream. The pump happened on the live, right, when we were called long. Then this went sideways. I woke up the next morning, which was this morning, and I called the long here. Bang, we nailed it again. We called both areas where to get in. It's like we're time traveling here on the live stream, all right? And now we're showing you another idea here that's likely going to play out. And honestly, getting a bit of a pump here. That's a breakout, in my humble opinion. Already kind of breaking out. You could say, oh no, it's still in there. But to me, it's already kind of breaking out here to the upside. So Bitcoin looking nice with some movement here. And the 15-minute, we'll see what's cooking. But so far, it has some momentum on the stochastics. All right. It already kind of did some bearish div that came down and got bounced back up. So that we had support and resistance that I found bearish divergence does play. Everyone's like, it didn't play out. It does play out. It just isn't as strong. Like here, it played out, but it got, we hit this beautiful support and resistance area and we bounced back to the upside. All right. So the short term, this is what we're looking at right here, in my humble opinion. Watching some type of bullish consolidation sideways as Bitcoin continues to, show strength. And the next target there is going to be 40,369, 40K for Christmas, baby. And it might even be 44K or 45K. We will see. But bigger moves coming for Bitcoin as Bitcoin remains strong above certain moving averages like I talked about over and over and over again. All right. Let's break it down like we do. We'll go to BTC, USD, all-time history index. And I'll just show you what's cooking. Good looking, as my mom used to say. My mom used to say it all the time. My mother adored me. I will be saying I was my mother's boy. I was a mama's boy. I can't say I'm a mama's boy anymore. I don't have a mama. But I was a mama's boy. I love my mom. She loved me. I even cooked with my mom a lot. I spent a lot of time with her as a kid. My dad was a great guy, but we had our moments, and my mom was always there to help and just kind of be there for me, when things didn't go right. My mom was the best. I'll be honest. She was like the greatest. I am heartbroken for the way she passed. I'm so happy that I was with her, and I never have to have that feeling of what if or how come or where was she or could I have been there. That also hurts. My dad passed and I couldn't have, I ran to the hospital, and this year I lost both my parents. God is testing me, and it's like I had my business is at the peak, the highest it's ever been. I'll be honest with everybody. Trading group is the highest it's ever been. People, amazing, just amazing. What I built is just so strong. The people that have joined love to stay. The people that come in love what they're learning, right? And I wanted to share so much of my success with my mom. We had an amazing weekend. Things were just awesome. And it just taught me, it doesn't matter how much you have. It doesn't matter how successful you are in life. The people in your life are all that matters. 100%, And I just put out something saying this. I said, all the gains, even before my mom died, I remember just putting out a post like a week before this saying, hey, we would give it all back to see our loved ones, and I still wasn't over the death of my father. I was still dealing with it. It still was hitting me pretty hard at certain times. And it's weird to have to double deal at the same time. It's, but it is what it is. Anyway, back to the weekly. I just made some support and resistance lines. You can see our next big resistance for Bitcoin is going to be 4333333. It's pretty cool, right? But 43,400. We can bring it down a little lower and say, but it's a range. It's a zone. Starts at about 42.8, goes to about 43.3, 43.4, right? Then the next zone there is about 47,350, 47,500 on the wick, You can even call it 48K, 47.5 to 48K, and then 52,000. So, we're dealing with some pretty big numbers, and that's what's coming. Really nice weekly candle. If we can close this weekly candle like this, this is going to be very strong. Absolutely beautiful. Way stronger than the last two candles, even though they did support us. I mean, they were great candles. And then look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks straight for Bitcoin to be considered to be bullish. That's 7 weeks straight of bullishness for Bitcoin. Insanity. All right. But we still got guys like Capo, right? Which I find these things really funny. And I had to share this with everybody. I felt it was nice enough to share. Capo, every time Bitcoin pumps another 1,000, I didn't hear no bell. Capo trying to find who made all these bad trades. $500 million in Bitcoin shorts just got destroyed for God knows how many times. Congrats for listening to people like Capo all year. Great job. Wow. And anyway, God bless him. You know what I mean? He's just a person. I'm not trying to kick a man when he's down, but I hope when I go absolutely crazy off the charts, everyone, and I just start saying whatever I want, and you guys see that I'm losing it, that some of you guys somehow, I don't know, get me to a lunch, get me to a dinner, sit me down and tell me, hey, Sam, man, like, you're just, you know, the sad thing is he'll stay known, right? He'll keep his following and people will still say, you know, he was a good guy. We love him. And I guess, you know what? That's the beauty of the community that he built. And, you know, God bless him. I don't know him personally. God bless him. He's probably one of the nicest people you ever meet. So who knows? Like, I don't know him, you know, but it is funny how people troll him at this point. You know what I mean? Like, we'll get to 50K and he'll be like, you know what? Like, we're still, you know, we're still going down the tubes, man. You know, we're still going down. It's just kind of crazy, right? No capo, no cap, you know. And he's just someone said he's just a kid. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know how old he is. You're right. So, like, I don't know. I just thought it was funny, man. That's all. Thank God he's a kid. He has enough time to recover, right? So, look, I mean, see this resistance line? I kept saying as long as you stay above that, you're bullish. And again, that's a rising wedge that breaks to the upside. That creates parabolic moves. And you'll get the length of the base of this, you know, is what you're going to, and that usually will push you to the next resistance. So you're talking, I mean, 52K is really where this ends, you know, and you're talking somewhere by April, like, so 52,000, like, into the halving is what this pattern says, you know, whether that happens for sure or not, I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm just saying that's what the pattern says. Wow, FCON's getting a lot of love recently. A lot of people talking about FCON, right? And Bitcoin kind of holding the $39,500 level. I wouldn't be surprised if it starts to go a little more sideways, but we're going to break it down. So I moved to the 5-day where I flip on the moving averages, and I've kept talking about the fact that if we stay above the 200 SMA, we will be very bullish. And now the 21 needs to come back to price action, really. It's very important that we have price action come through. So even if we go up, we can't go up too fast. We need, like this sideways was great. It gave us time for price action to close the gap. So the more sideways you get, the more you have to close it. Why? Because I've just, in my studies, no matter what time frame it is, you have to get, like here, when you came out, you had to get back to the 21. You came out here, you had to get back to the 21. Same when you dump, you have to come back the same way. So when you're away from the 21, especially on a bigger time frame, if you have to come back. You have to come back and close the gap. It's just what has to happen. Hey, Sam, hope you're doing well. Can you peek at Caspa? I'm seeing a bullish div on the 1 hour time frame. Shout out to Nick Jackaruso, my man. Shout out to Nick. We love you, Nick. Oops, sorry, I don't mean the crickets. And shout out to Joe Custer. Sam, my family and I appreciate everything you do for us. May God strengthen and excite your affections to greatness. Be kind to you in his providence and give you supernatural peace. Sorry for the loss of your mother. Shout out to Joe Custer. We love you. And we appreciate you. And that's the nicest thing I've ever seen. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you, Nick, as well. We'll take a look at Caspa, my favorite coin to look at. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much for the $19.99. And all the fan funding now. I mean, it's starting to pile up. Abdominal Bread Man, God bless you. Making amazing moves on his trades. Zach Leroy will look at big time. Tori asking for CELR. Hey, Sam, can you please deep dive PYTH? I'm in with 1K. Ha. Yo, Jesus is king. Lifer, do you think there will be a hard landing next year? I don't know what I think. I just look at the charts. The charts convey we continue to the upside and they print money. You're the man, Lifer. The knowledge I've learned from you has been life-changing. Can you check out FCON? Yep. Joe Custer, Nick Jackaruso, and Joe Custer celebrate his first super chat. That's how you build a community right there. God bless each and every one of you. Very, very nice of you. $67 in chat revenue, 786 people on the live, 269 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get to 1,000 people on the live. No reason why we can't. If you keep those likes going, there's 500 people that think the like button is going to hurt them. It's going to be okay. Trust me. You're going to make it through. You're going to make it through. All right. So Saturday night, so as long as Bitcoin stayed above this, I kept telling you, everyone, and I said it over and over and over again, that I was bullish. And what happened? We stayed bullish so far. You know, if this could change, we could go backwards and then lose it. But now it's getting less and less likely we're making that bigger move. And then I even back tested this, and I showed you all different assets on the 5-day getting above the 200 SMA. And many times, from Walmart to, you know, we can go over it tonight if you want, and I can go over every single chart and show you how this is just such a big signal. But again, people that don't do their homework and don't back test will say whatever they want. They'll just tell you, hey, this and that. You know what I mean? I clicked it and still have my finger. Click the like. You may actually like it. Waka, waka, waka. Shout out to Michael Paz. Look, Miguel Paz. Funny. Michael Pa. Funny. Miguel Paz. Michael Pa. Isn't that interesting? God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Michael Pa. The Miguel Paz. Michael Pa. I love it. That's interesting. Almost clear of that 40K resistance. And, man, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens for BTC. So, anyway, the 5-day looking good. Our next big area, you can see, like, I mean, we're climbing. We're climbing. Is, you know, really is 42,500. It's really like our next big resistance for me, you know, like to me, that's our next big hurdle to get through. And then once we get through that, it's a smooth sail to 47,000. So I'm not saying we're guaranteed to go to these places. I'm just showing you the charts convey a nice move to the upside. Again, I'm just waiting for the 3-day chart to touch the 21, and we could even go up or sideways. But it looks like we could just go kind of sideways for a while, too, which would be nice for Bitcoin. And this is kind of the next bigger trade that I'm watching on this 3-day chart. And this would then put us further into that $47,000 level. And I'm under the impression after all my back testing that we could maybe get there like this, but it's better off that we go sideways, connect to the 21 before we make the bigger move. The more we spend away from the 21, the bigger a crash will happen. The more we keep connecting to it as we move up, the more likely we can gradually get our moves, you know, and that's just something you can find. You can backtest this and you'll see exactly what I'm saying over time. All right. It's pretty interesting though. It'll blow your mind. All right. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some more sideways price action. We could pump up a little more, then go sideways. You know what I mean? But eventually, I would like to see us make, you know, some more sideways price action. This has been beautiful, what's happening. And I still see it in a possible Livermore cylinder, too, as well on the daily. We'll talk about it. But I just want to remember that idea on the 3-day chart, right? Now, here we are on the daily. And the daily made a beautiful ascending triangle. Like, it just did, you know. You could say it kind of made a bear trap. Came back inside the pattern. Got a lot of people to short the market. And honestly, to me, it's got the length of the whole pole, really, which is 50K, right? And then it's got the smaller idea here, which is just the length of the base, which is 41,700, 41,800. You know, so either one, I mean, so it's telling me that both are pretty much in the CADs for Bitcoin, right? The 22 hours a little overbought on the stochastic RSI, and so is the daily. The one thing I will heed is a bearish div now starting to form on the daily. And that's something we do have to, you know, we have to be advised by. And it's been all love for so long. I would like to see some sideways price action for Bitcoin. It would be awesome. Bitcoin goes sideways now for 2-3 weeks. We would get an amazing altcoin rally. And so what you want to do now is you want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin dominance looks like it could give back a little bit, and so remember, we went over this look in the last few hours, Bitcoin dominance has given back something. You know, not a lot, but a little bit. A little bit. So if you remember correctly, we've been watching Bitcoin dominance in this bigger channel. Okay. Up, down, up, down. It should be coming back to the upside at one point. But it doesn't mean we can't get a little bit of movement here. So we saw it here on the daily, a little overbought. And I was saying, I drew this and I was like, this would be cool if we could get a pullback, right? Just a small little pullback, but enough, 4, 5, 6, 7 day pullback. And this would be great for the altcoins, So far, it's, channeling pretty nicely like so. But it's still suggesting that we can get a few more days to the downside, all right? Please look at TIA Perp. It blew up. Thank you, beautiful lifers. Thank you, all elite traders. Thank you, Sam Price. Love you. This group is the best in the world. Shout out to Ivan 10 Bruck. We love you. God bless you with the 333 pound, baby. You're the man. And we love you. We appreciate you so much. And may God bless you and your family. And may all your endeavors go your way, man. And we'll get to all these super chats. Big Time, CELR, PYTH, FCON, CASPA, and TIA Perp. We'll take a look at them. I'm excited to jump on in. Just want to finish my Bitcoin idea here for the night. So we're looking at Bitcoin dominance. And, I want to see it pull back a little bit, right? Says that it's just gonna, it says we can get it though. See this? So I'm just looking for the pullback for Bitcoin dominance here. And it doesn't have to be crazy, just a little bit, and give some love to the altcoins. And when you get the pullback for Bitcoin dominance, we got to do the ugly homework, which is not, people don't want to see what they have to see. But beautiful candles right now. Is we want to look at Tether dominance, which is USDT.D. All right, USDT. And again, remember the last time we looked at this, I was looking at it as like it was in a, descending triangle here. I didn't get a chance to reset, but basically, and it's been more bearish, right? And so take a look at the 4 hour. And so what you want this to do is if it comes back up, you number one, you don't want it to get back inside this resistance. You would like to see it stay below this support, right? And go further to the downside. 1 hour even looks like it may creep further down. Like right now, you give me Tether. Am I hanging out in Tether? No, there's so many coins to get into. Like, how many coins people miss just the last few days? Oh, I should have been in TIA. I should have been in this. I should have got into PYTH. I should have got into, should have been in CASPA. So it doesn't make, now people look at the people that didn't stay in Tether and they're like, man, all the people that didn't stay in Tether have a bunch of money. I wasn't, I'm just going over the narrative. I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just saying what people say out loud. Like, I wasn't in Tether and look what happened. This guy put all his money in these, whatever. But, things are pumping. It's hot. It's definitely, for me personally, it's time to be in the market hot. I go in when it's hot. I go in no matter what, but I don't go in hard when the market's like whatever. I trade here and there. I make a couple trades. You know what I mean? How's your mom doing? Oh, my mom passed away, man. Yeah. Really sad. She got a headache right in front of me. I went with her in the ambulance. By the time, 10, 20 minutes, I actually have a picture of her when they showed me her when I got up there, and I have a picture when I just had the ambulance had just come, and it was like 2:30. By 3:30, she was unconscious, and that was it. She died in an hour. But then it just took like 5 days for her body to finally give out. She just, she was strong. Her cardiovascular was strong, and maybe her soul wanted to hang on, and she kicked it with us for like, 3.5 days. God bless you. Thank you for asking, man. Shout out to James Obleton. Thank you for being here on the stream. Shout out to Tommy Lee. Shout out to Tessa. Shout out to D Shovel. Shout out to Sniffer in Chief. That's so funny. Shout out to Jenna X. We love you. I gave you the wrench there, Jenna. God bless you, Jenna, you and your family. And I can feel the hearts of all the lifers, man. I really can. Behind me all. Like, I got 2,000 messages, and I attempted to heart as many as I could. Right? But hardest working mentor in the game. Shout out to Lifer Adam. We love you. Shout out to Sean McGibbons. We love you. Jan Lenartz. We love you. DV. We love you. Retrorus. We love you. 420 Bud Monster. We love you. 2020 Cool Cat. We love you. Sergio Lamelli. We love you. Steve Sansbury. God bless you. We love you. Alex Christofferson. Crypto Style. Stone 1 GM and OG. We love you, brother. Gonzo, we love you. Women Protector, we love you. Brandon K, we love you. After Hours Investing, my man. We love you, Sammy Lifer Adam. God bless you again. Frankenstein 0602. Sorry to hear about your loss. Keep up the great work. Sunny Singh. Stay strong as usual, brother. Thank you. JSoul84, my man. Love for the Soul family. God bless. Shout out to Benjamin Button. God bless. We love you. I've already started making life-changing gains after being in the Lifer Discord for a month. So grateful. Amen. Amen. I had faith in you. You were going to make gains no matter what. You were on your way. So happy that you jumped in with us. So honored. Shout out to Brickman. Shout out to Big Red. Shout out to NBS Crypto. Shout out to Gamer. Shout out to Sultan S. Shout out to Josiah Jelowek. We love you. GF Burke, my man. Dennison Santos and Stevie McD. The whole crew here with me. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Back in the day, I used to like the live stream with 10 accounts. You used to bug out. Love you, man. God bless you. Shout out to the 346 people on the likes. $107 in chat revenue. Shout out to Waffle Man, finally winning a trade. Hey, brother, been a while. So sorry about your parents. Shout out to Weston W. Stay strong, my man. Keep it up as usual, and thanks so much for everything. Alex Coin, love from the Sultan of Oman. Jersey represent A-team in the house. And shout out to 3 Much Crypto. So anyway, we're looking for Tether dominance to just kind of fill out this bear flag and then continue to the downside. We don't want to see it break back inside here and do some type of inverted head and shoulder and break up again. All right? We'll be watching it closely, make sure it stays inside the flag. But that will have, kind of a, influence on the rest of the markets. TXA is a hot coin that likes to pump. And you can see it definitely took a nice pump to the upside here, but it's low. Hasn't made one of the bigger gains like a lot of other coins. It was at 9 cents to only at 15. A lot of coins at 5x by now. So now I'm looking at coins. I'm like, what hasn't 5x? What's only 1x? And it has that gap to the 200 SMA, which a lot of times you're just going to see this gap. Once it gets above the 200 SMA, this thing will likely go parabolic. Anyway, just look it up. I don't really know much about the project. It seems cool. I've traded this many times, but I never cared about what it was. Sometimes I do. I swing trade mini coins. Sometimes I just swing trade them. A lot of times I won't even find out what it is just so I don't long-term ever fall in love with it. Like, I just want to keep swinging it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Sam, for your precious time. Like always, man. God bless you, Stas. I love you, brother. And I heard you when you're like, I closed all my trades. I couldn't do it when Sam went through what he's going through. God bless you, brother. I appreciate you. You didn't have to do such an amazing thing. And again, it wasn't, but I'm with you. You didn't even have to. It was how you felt. And I'm not putting down anyone who stayed in their trades. I had trades that I didn't, I just had to stay, long term too. But God bless you, Stas, man. You're a real one, dude. And may God bless you and yours, man. Your connection to people and to the human condition, and the way you treated me, man. God bless you, brother. You're a blessing. A blessing. And that's why there's so many real people in my trading group. It goes so farther than the success and the channel and everything. It's the connection between everybody. Great class today. Already made gains to pay for my annual Lifer membership. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to my man Buckley X. Already using gains from the class. I'm telling you right now, man, what I teach in that class is gold. You can trade any market in the world, really, after you. Dade County to Boston. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. God bless you, Stack. Cesar Cordero in the house, my man. My Doge bag pumping. Also check out the TA, please. Shout out to Bitcoin Jim in the house. Celebrate his 5th super chat on the live. Wow, $127. You guys are making it rain. God bless each and every one of you. Love you, man. Really do. Thank you. Sending you love and prayers from Ohio. Amen. All right, let's take a look. Let me finish my Bitcoin spiel finally. So a little bit of bearish div on Bitcoin. That's going to have to be negated. Like this, I have to pump up a little more. Some could say it already happened here. There was the bearish div. We dumped down. We reset a different set. And that's swinging down. But that's still there'll be a bearish div here where you'd swing down while that swung up. So you'd still have to say, even if that was the case, still a bit of bearish divergence here. You know what I mean? So, and we're getting a little overbought on the daily time frame as well on the stochastics. Doesn't mean we just hit the dotted line. Now, I've seen huge pumps come from there. Like this pump started right when we got here, around where we're at now. So it doesn't mean we have to stop. I'm just taking in everything and seeing some things that are bearish. That is a bearish div. We have to pay attention. We can't just see the only, I just want to see what I want to see. The 8 hours getting overbought, the 6 hour, like we made a nice move on these smaller time frames to the upside from that low of 36.9. I mean, that's a beautiful move for Bitcoin. $3,000 move. You can't beat that. 10% on Bitcoin. 4 hours a little overbought. So a lot of the bigger time frames are starting to get spent. So you need some type of pullback here for Bitcoin. You know, what it's going to do, though, is it's going to create some short squeezing. And that's where these small time frames come into play. So I would be sitting here just kind of watching this like we did. And just saying, hey, and you know, again, once we make the lower low here, then all right, you know, once we break this and we start doing something like this, and we'll put us back inside the wedge. But to me, I mean, as bullish as I want to be, all the time frames from like the 6 hour to the daily are pretty overbought. And eventually, and we have a bearish divergence, and this is almost a double top. You see it? And there's resistance at 39,500. So I would love to tell you, let's go all the way to the moon, and we could. But I'm just telling you, I'm starting to sniff out some bearishness. This morning, I didn't sniff out any bearishness. It was beautiful. Things look great. But, you know, we're starting to push up a little bit. And, you know, I just got to heed it. I got to heed what's going down, you know. So now if we stay inside this channel and we go tight, then I'm going to keep bullish and look for the next move to the upside. You know, if this can go more sideways, and then, you know, I see these Stokes, you know, bend back up here, something like this, and they get a nice curve up and we're just nice sideways, I mean, it's going to rip. But the likelihood now is we're starting to get a breakdown. All right. A little bit of bearish divergence here as that swung down while that swung up too. Starting to kick in. I'm not saying it has to happen. I'm just starting to see some signs of bearishness. We have to start getting extra. Now we have to just get into that extreme bullishness. Like Bitcoin has to kind of get a little crazy and start defying the odds a little bit. Now before it was just kind of falling through its cycle. But now it's getting towards the end of its bullish cycle. Again, it doesn't mean it can't continue to pump, but we got to watch it now. All right. Sideways price action would be great for Bitcoin. The altcoins would begin to take off like you read about. I see TXA making this gap, 44% gains. And then once it flips that, I mean, it could even get all the way to 41 cents. I could see a 3X not too long from now out of this coin. I'll write it down. Project TXA. It likes to pump and do damage. Let's talk about XNA. I think someone asked about it here. Oh, no, I didn't see anyone ask about it, but it's something that I would like to look at. So pump back up nicely today, right? It bounced off of that golden Paquito, right? And that's what you're looking for. I mean, you're looking for a Fibonacci bounce here, and you got it. I mean, you didn't really come into the golden pocket. And you could say, I took it from here. I mean, you could try to say there was it, and it hit the 886. You could try to say that was an impulse too at the golden. But to me, I mean, it bounced off the 618. You could say it wicked right into the golden pocket, but close enough for me for a smaller cap gem attempting to fall, you know. But that's, you know, and there's a breakout now. I mean, that was a quick breakout. I'm not saying we're on the way to the moon, but that looks pretty nice to me. You know, I'll take that as a nice beginning move back to the upside here for XNA. Now, again, we have resistance. We're going to have to break back above. Right here's a key level, 5.7, and then 6.3. Right, we get above 6.3 though, it's very likely we go for the all-time high yet again and then break out. But remember, if you're in with me, or you got in when I got in, or you got in even before me, because you know I'm not the only one that knew about this thing. We're in very early, everybody, and like we're looking for this thing to kind of 2, 4, 5 cents, and we're getting in at 0.09. We got in with 0.009, right? So if you're in with me, you're still holding a beautiful 5 to 6x or more. At one point, we were up like a 10x, out of control, right? And we find the coins that matter, you know. And I make the shift, and I consider myself pretty swift with it. Like I don't have to know everything. Like I saw Cass, what Cass did. I said my miner guy gave me this one. What else does my miner guy have? I researched what he talked about. I find CoinX. I found XXX, whatever these crazy little exchanges are. I started doing my deep dive. I said, man, this is the next one. Then I see, you know, the sentiment. I start zooming around the internet where I kind of know my little pockets, my little secret pockets of information. I see other people, oh, this guy talks about this person. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, wow, XNA. And, you know, And I was late on XNA down here at 0.9. 0 even 8, I think I got in. 0.088. You know, a lot of people in my group were even getting in at the very beginnings at 0.5. You know, anything below a penny is a steal in our humble opinion, but you never know. It could go to 0 too. You know, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. This is just a coin that I got into, that I'm interested in, and I'm excited to see where it could go. All right. Let's take a look at our baby Casper. So Bitcoin, to me, like the 15-minute has to do something crazy to save the day, you know, at the end of the day. But I see kind of some bearishness. You know, I see a bit, you know, we couldn't get back above these key levels. And it could be kind of, you know, I hate to say it, but it could be. I'm not saying I would wait for this to fill out. But, you know, a possible short with a stop on the other side of this wick, even down to at least this 200 SMA at 38,800 may be in order for BTC. And I haven't said that in a while, so. 2 more sexes this month are coming. Centralized exchanges for XNA. That's big. That's big. Let's talk about Casper the Monster at 13.9, still holding very close to its all-time high. And I told you how much I like this thing. And I showed you how bullish it was, making a bull pennant at this point. If it comes back down, it's going to retest this level again at 13. But I love what I'm seeing here for Casper. I really do. And this thing is a monster. And 21 is its next target. And, you know, I want 21 for Christmas, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. 21 by December 21st so I can sell. No, I won't sell, but if I had to, right? So I can sell and get some presents for my kids. Bail me out of Christmas, Casper. I put all my Christmas money for my kids in Casper. And if you don't go all the way to 21, I got nothing. You know what I mean? Casper, baby. It's either going to be a Cole Christmas or a Casper Christmas for the family. I own 25K Casper. If it keeps up, I'll be in good shape. Yeah. I own about $47,000 worth of Casper at the present moment in time. That bag just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I should have like 300 grand of it, honestly, you know. But if it 10x's, I'm making $500,000. If it 20x's, I'm making dang near 800 grand. That coin's going to be the one that's going to at least make me dang near $1 million. I want to get more into Casper below 21 cents, right? I figured if it could 10x to $2, and if I can get 100 grand in it, then I can just guarantee $1 million win, you know. PMPY, an AI layer 2 blockchain, and an AI mobile app in the making. They just got a legal opinion done. Check them up. Lots. Love your great work, man. Your great work. God bless you, man. Thank you. Shout out to Kevin Dubs in the house. Prometheum Prodigy, aka PMPY. Wasn't that shady company though? That like nobody wanted to deal with because they looked like they were like had some things rigged. Remember, man? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's a different. But I remember there one maybe that was Prometheus. All right, here's a new coin on the radar, everyone, that I've never heard about. So you guys are getting it fresh here. This is my life. 1333. Look at that. 1333. And it's at 34.33%. Interesting with the 33 duality there. Look at a lot of the circulating supply supposedly is out 79%, right? So that's pretty interesting. Fully diluted is not that far away from the market cap. That's really cool. Max supply $1,790 million. $10.4 million market cap. All right. So already I don't mind that. You know, it's not I'm not saying that's like everything to me, but you know, it's on wow, it's already on MEXC. MEXC just can get the coins, right? P2P, Bitmart, X Markets, Uniswap. It's a layer 2 blockchain platform built on top of Ethereum. It aims to enhance scalability, transaction speed. So it's like a Matic, you know, artificial intelligence technology to ensure network safety. I get it. They just threw AI in there and turned it into a layer 2. I don't know, man, if I'm really behind that, you know. Doesn't do anything absolutely amazing. You know, I'm just being hard on it because I'd rather be hard on it. You know, page blocked by threat protection. Interesting. By Minority. Interesting. AI integrated layer 2 blockchain platform built on top of Ethereum. I don't know, man. I could have written that up in 2 seconds. What a great idea, right? It's just too simple. Additional partnerships, launch immediate. I don't know, man. I'm not saying it's a rug pull, but to me, it's just, I don't know. I don't get the depth behind it. You know what I mean? I really don't. And I could be wrong. Maybe you know more than me. Maybe you know the developers. Maybe you're in. I just don't get that vibe right now. I don't get that vibe. So Caspa, to me, as long as it continues, and I have the alert here, and the tighter it gets inside this wedge, the more likely this thing is breaking out to the upside. And you're looking at your 22-hour time frame and your daily, and specifically the daily. I mean, the daily looks amazing. A little bit of hidden bullish in a way. And again, it could dump all the way down. And come on, I'm not saying this stuff is guaranteed, but the more sideways we went after such a massive pump, look how we're still really close to that price discovery after such a massive pump. So I didn't sell, anymore. I stopped selling Caspa at one point. I said, I'm done. I'm only buying the dips at this point. Right? So shout out to anyone in Caspa. We love you. We appreciate the Caspa crew. And call me the Caspa King, baby. The GFL General. The Joystream Jet Setter. All right? Bang, bang, bang. I've been in these coins early bird style. And now they seem to be the talk of the town. But remember, us lifers, we were in this, we're earning our stripes here. So I still like what I see for Caspa. The daily looks absolutely amazing, like it's going to break out. Low, high, higher, low there, getting tighter in the wedge. 21-day moving average. I have a fib drawn to see if it comes back to the Fibonacci levels, but this took the sideways path and did not go the lateral path, but you never know. You never know. Let's take a look at Big Time here, as Big Time was getting Big Time again. Big Time. And we'll take a look here at the spot, but it's also perpetual. All right. Wow, massive move for Big Time. All the way back up to 40, and it was just sitting at 17. Did a double up pretty fast from this falling wedge back to the upside. Amazing. Crazy. And where do I get the measured move? I just took it from here. That was my next idea, and wow, we hit it, I think someone asked me about this just yesterday or the day before. Right? Let's see here. I like to see if, to call it my own stuff over here. Intro. That was this morning, right? Yeah. It's fun to go back in time and see what the heck I said, right? And then put all that stuff together. But I believe I went over Big Time last night, if I'm correct. No, BingX, Neon. No, I don't see it there. I think I forgot to go over it, or someone hit me. I was like, oh yeah, Big Time. Sometimes I remember hearing about it, and then I'll forget. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go over that coin. Let's try this one here. I stream so much, it's insanity, right? No. Trading is like surfing. That's a good one. Take that out and use that. Anyway, shout out to you guys who got back into Big Time. I didn't get in, I didn't make this a call. Slipped through my hands, which I don't like to say, but it happens. You can't get every single thing that happened. I feel like I should, though, get every single thing that lives and breathes in the market. Like I should just take it all. But again, it's all good. But that's a huge move for Big Time. Now, that to me, I would be taking profits personally. It's just a little too extended for me. If I wasn't taking profits, I'd be, like I do. I'd be making my flags in the 1 hour and seeing if these power through for a continuation. And, my next move would somewhere to be at 51 cents. But already getting a little bit of bearish div. Is that swinging up while that's swinging down? Tells me I would be taking some profits. But again, it's getting frisky too. So, see, what happened to a lot of these coins is a lot of them have 5x and 6x now. So the second a coin doubles up, people are afraid they're going to miss out on the triple up, so that the FOMO just gets crazy. Let's talk about my baby Wild that I was accumulating so much of, and my bag just exploded today. I went to my account. I was like, wow, why is that up so big? I'm like, well, Wild is up absolutely huge to 51. It just continued to pump today out of control. A high all the way to 53 cents. The thing was just sitting down at 26, so basically almost did a double up in a very short period of time since the 18th of November. And you're just seeing all these coins. And from its bottom at 18, it's basically about to triple pretty amazing. And what's cool about it is, look, if you really look at it, it's consolidating in its lows. I mean, this thing at a high was a $7 coin. I believe it can definitely get to its all-time high. Not every coin gets there. I don't want to go on the premise every single coin will get to its all-time high, because not every coin will. But coins that have good teams, coins that had good projects, coins that never really strayed away from what they do will continue to moon, you know? And I really like Wild. If you take a look at it and see where it's situated in the gaming industry, it's got a beautiful market cap, 133 million. Like, this thing could still do a 50x, definitely do a 20x. You know what I mean? So we could see some big moves coming out of this thing. And I personally own like a little over a $10,000 USD bag of this thing. This thing could moon. And it's one of my, you know, it's like a horse that I'm riding when it comes to AI, kind of, not AI, but when it comes to metaverse gaming coins. And I just like the team. I like the project. I even liked how they marketed it from the very beginning. Right? Look at the website, right? Just right off the bat, you know, and multiple games, you know what I mean? So it's a massive multiplayer metaverse that leverages the last advancement in photorealism, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology. You, as a Wilder, control its future. It's pretty interesting. Now, if they get a hit, too, we want to see if this really takes off. I mean, this thing could be huge. It could be the next big one. You never know. Like, we could be sitting on something that gets absolutely huge. And it already kind of had a bit of a buzz. So anyway, I'm all about Wilder World. And I'm looking for a 20-30x out of this thing. And I got 10 stacks. So I'm going up to 200, 300K out of 10 grand. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Half the circulating supply is out, which ain't too shabby. And when they use the circulating supply, it gets used in a game. A lot of people need it and stuff like that. So as it comes out, it will be getting used, hopefully. And that's the thing. If the game is a hit, you want that circulating supply to come out a little bit to get more currency into the game. Okay. It's not always the worst thing. If you can understand why the circulating supply is getting used, who's using it, if the ecosystem is actually viable, if something's going on, if it hasn't, you know, an internal use case that's providing utility, then by all means, I mean, you need more coins to come out on that supply, right? For the ecosystem to grow and service more people. It's like if you had a gas station, let's just say a brand, and people really like the brand, you started selling more gas, you need to make more gas stations. Even if you didn't, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you got to do, right? All right, so Bitcoin likely to come back down here and make this double top. I'm seeing some bearish tones for Bitcoin, I'll be honest. I even mentioned possibly opening up a short here with a stop above this wick. All right. Can you do a deep dive Python, please? PYTH. Wow, what is Matic going to act right? Mars is a real game, gigantic coding already. Done huge. Interesting. Super Chat's big time seller, PYTH. We'll take a look at PYTH. So what is the hype for PYTH? There's a lot of hype on the PYTH network. Seemed to come out of nowhere and everyone talked about it. $691 million market cap. Pretty big. All right. Means there had to have been some insiders or people that got in early too. All right. That kind of had that market cap pretty big, pretty fast, you know. Orca, you know, it's on some, you know, it is on XC though, even though it doesn't say it. It is. If you go here eventually somewhere. But it's also on Coin One for the Korean won. You can get it for Bonk on Orca too, which is interesting. I believe that's a Solana DEX, which is not a big deal, right? It's got a Solana address, right? Just right off the bat. Okay. Funny right there a day ago, Ben Armstrong revealed 5 altcoins, PYTH network news, you know? Okay, so PYTH is the largest first-party oracle for the world's financial data. It supports more than 300 real-time price feeds across major asset classes, including digital assets, equities, ETFs, FX, and commodities. The network comprises some of the world's largest exchanges, market makers, and financial service providers, contributing their proprietary data on-chain for aggregation and distribution of smart contract applications. Thanks to PYTH network innovative Poll Oracle design, applications can effortlessly pull the latest price on their native blockchain on demand. In less than a year since the launch of its cross-chain pull model, the network has secured over $1 billion in total value. The PYTH network has been used by DeFi protocols, over $7 billion in trading volume, and over 200 applications. It's a protocol that allows market participants to publish price data on-chain for smart contracts to use. The protocol is an interaction between data providers who submit their proprietary price information to PYTH's Oracle program. The PYTH network has multiple data providers for every price feed to improve the accuracy and robustness of the system. PYTH's Oracle program, which combines the provider's data to produce a single aggregate price and confidence intervalue, e.g. the price of Bitcoin as 30,000 plus or minus $1. dApps, which read the price data produced by the Oracle program on their native blockchain. So, it's similar to Chainlink in a way. It has a use case which multiple other coins can use it. It's quite unknown to most of the world, as its ranking is very, very far away from, most coins, right? I believe it's number like 2,000 or something, right? Market cap is tiny compared to the big boys, but, still not the smallest. To me, it can definitely 20x, 30x possibly too. So I'm looking for a 30x out of this coin, something to a $6 to $8 billion market cap. All right. Funny, I talked about Domi online earlier this morning. So yeah, I see Bitcoin pulling back here. 4-hour curving. I just see a dump now for I do see a pullback for Bitcoin. Sorry, pullback for Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. I did see a pullback for Bitcoin though. If you can't get above this key level right here, see? I'm not going to give my final call yet, though, for Bitcoin. I'm still like... I mean, technically, it's just still in a bull pennant, right? Can't say it's not still bullish. I like that the Bitcoin dominance is falling a little bit. That's what we want to see. I mean, that's a big green candle on the 15-minute, like a bounce off the bottom of the channel. See this? I mean, to me, that's bullish, period. I mean, that's just, I've traded that so many times and made gains, Says you're going to get to about 40,000 and then maybe we'll take a pullback, right? I'll be honest, I'm leaning more bullish than bearish, even though I did just say possibly open up a short. I mean, I swing a bunch of ideas in my mind, but I want to make my final call right now, and I'm going to put it out there publicly. I'm more bullish right now than bearish. So if it dumps, then I'm wrong. If this dumps, then I'm wrong. I'll say I'm wrong. I was wrong, all right? I feel more confident we're going to get a move further up. This is going to follow through to the upside for Bitcoin. It's just looking too bullish. The pattern is looking too bullish. That buy candle right there really produced a nicer higher low. Very interesting. Sorry to hear about your mom. Shout out to Chantal NZ. God bless you. No worries. Thank you. Okay. What do you think about XRP? On the 200th day of Christmas month, I want 100K Bitcoin. I know, right? Shout out to Tim Pearson. We have been green for so long, waiting for some downtime. Yeah. But the whole world's watching and wants to get back into BTC. So, RUNE's been out of control, right? And, I got into RUNE and just knew that RUNE was going to just be that one, baby. And I got into RUNE around 5. And look at this thing mooning up to $8 faster than we could believe. Unbelievable what RUNE just did, right? And I was looking at this little flag to the upside, right? And then this bigger flag to the upside for RUNE. And I publicly stated I was into RUNE. I could see this getting to $12 before we know it. RUNE is just hot. It's just the decentralized world is just building up and building up. I'm trying to be a quiet lurker, but I have to ask everyone to smash the like button. I've seen Bitcoin Decembers that make you believe. 100K Bitcoin, let's go. So it all depends. You know what I mean? Wow, just blah. I mean, I just can't believe the gains today. I mean, so many coins, altcoins, Saturdays have been unbelievable for the altcoins. Just absolutely wonderful, right? Let me go through the list here. CELR. Let's take a look at CELR from my man Tori. Okay. So remember, I had this cup and handle. It did blast to the upside, hit the big target, 1.4, then kind of went up and down. Let's take a look here at CELR. Looks like I have a bigger cup and handle on it. So I was about to sneeze, but did not. I was able to hold it down. You ever like hold it back? I mean, you know what I try to do when I sneeze is tell myself that sneezes don't exist and that it's drifting off into space. It's like this weird, like, and I can never get it back. And I kind of have this idea that it's like drifting and I can't touch it. And mentally, I've been able to push a sneeze back by doing that. It's kind of crazy, right? But it proves that like the mind, like if I think something's gone and I can't get to it, then how could it happen? And that kind of helped me push a sneeze away mentally. I try to do these mental games with myself to prove that the mind is a lot stronger than we realize. The mind is so strong, right? So, I mean, I see this beautiful cup and handle. I see a bigger flag that broke out. Seller wanted to continue. However, the 8-hour right, you see the inverted head and shoulder, head, right shoulder here, breakout. Resistance coming, definitely at 1706. All right. Seller not getting the love like a lot of other coins really getting. I'll be honest. That's why I sold Casper. I decided it was going to do better, and it did. Like, I put Casper into other coins, and those coins have already done so much better. You know what I mean? Loves me some XRP. Jenna still loves her XRP. She hasn't given up her love affair with XRP. All right. So, look, 34% all the way to 2-1. All right. XRP was like my boy that I used to hang out with. Like, now I just kind of call XRP like every once in a while. You know what I mean? But like, I don't really hang out with XRP on the regular anymore. That's what XRP is to me. See this cup? Here's a handle. Now, I do see this continuing to the upside for seller, but it's going to have to break through this next resistance at 1.7, and it just doesn't have a lot of follow through. Now, I'm not saying it can't pump, and it probably will in the next, week and a half, but it's slower than the other coins. It's just a long-term hold, but if you believe in it, it's going to do its thing eventually over time. All right. But it's lagging behind a lot of other coins. I'll be honest. What's happened to Rainmaker Games? Did it hold the gain or come back, go sideways? So continue, came up, came back down, came up again, just ended up staying sideways here inside of a bigger channel in a way. I almost just feel like it started to make its own new channel. I'd wait for it to kind of do something like that before And again, I think there's better setups out there. I'll be honest with everybody. It was nice when it was tight and right and we got the pump, but there's better setups out there. Right? Bitcoin at 39,530. So close to 40K, baby. Can we get to 40K tonight? 40K for Christmas, baby. All I want for Christmas is 40K. Right? Doge to the moon. Shout out to Master Friend. Gluten-free for punishment. Amen. Okay. Liver, do you think the ETF will really get approved soon or business as usual for the SEC? Blanket denials. You know what? It doesn't matter anymore. I'm just looking at the charts. We get caught up in that for too long, we're going to miss out on massive gains. If we focus on the charts and just let the charts come to us, then we're going to know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So I looked at FCON. We played FCON way back in the past before, but look, it looks like it's stepping up. And I had it in this flag here, break to the upside, hit the target, came up, and then it was getting talked a lot about today. Even this morning, I saw someone talk about it. I mentioned it again, and it seems to getting a bit of, that rising wedge that turns parabolic, right? And this is when the rising wedge breaks out parabolically. You get this straight shot out. However, it doesn't have a lot of follow through. To me, I'd be jumping out of profit so fast if I was in this thing, unless I was in it really long term. Space Falcon. It's a cool game, but again, it's like very niche metaverse. It's like Star Atlas, might be a little better than this too. Something like that. Space Falcon. I don't know. To me, I'm doing this, the Twisted Sister. I'm waiting for it to pull back. I'm doing a little bit of a fib action here. And it may continue. There's no guarantees that it may continue, but right now, you know what I mean? UNFI, when we have a chance, what a great week. Shout out to everybody here. It was an amazing week of trading. I wish my mind could have been there. You know, I made some great calls for Bitcoin, and, you know, I was long when I needed to be, and I called long when it was right. So God, you know, God bless the lifers. We did it again and called along on the live stream, you know, and yet I called along today at my morning update. Bang, 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 you know. So things have been going well, but we'll see. UNFI protocol for my man. Clearly broke out of this ascending triangle, but coming back to retest the top trend line. If it breaks back inside, you're looking for it to bearishly retest and even possibly drop further down. If you can keep this, you're looking for a nice bounce. That would be a bullish retest of this level. I'm not a fan of it right now, personally, but it looks like it could happen. Things are very bullish right now. You got the weekend trading. Lower volume could do anything. But just be careful. I'm not a huge fan of this, you know. Not my favorite setup, but it could happen. Look at our 8 hour. 8 hours does look, the 8 hours suggests that this could definitely get the bounce, you know. 1 hour is getting oversold, but, you know, playing with the line. So I see a possible move to the upside. I'm just not that passionate about the idea. Here's the deal. I would draw this resistance, and if I get it to break out and retest, I mean, that would be clear, because that would say that this actually happened as this retest, and it would just kind of clear the air, right? So I'd be looking for a bounce off of 1191 or 1254, really. Boom. And then we could get our ride up to like 17, 18. Dot will fly soon. Thunderheart/gaming. I don't get it. Why does my phone and tablet not showing you're alive? Found you on my PC. COPI is up huge. Only starting. It's funny. We were talking about COPI, and people keep talking about it. People just keep talking about it. I went over it earlier today, and people just keep mentioning it. You know, and it was just what? It's 6 cents. It's up 7.8. $64 million market cap. You know, it's got that Cardano address and the Ethereum address. COPI. And you want to go to that DEX screener. I love DEX screener. And we'll take a look here at COPI. Well, that's up PMPY. That thing is up huge. Look at that thing just absolutely ripping. But I thought I took this one. Copied. There we go. Would have sworn I had taken that one, but. So look, it doesn't do the Cardano addresses yet. But that's okay. We can take the ETH. COPI is looking nice from 4 all the way up to, and just looking okay. I mean, doesn't look bad to me at all. Kind of consolidating again in the tighter wedge. You could say it could go the whole length of this pole again. I wouldn't be surprised, man. It's got a small market cap, and I'm starting to hear about this thing all the time. Cornucopia, right? Is an MMORPG, right? So rocket-propelled game, right? Where players drive in economies, a thirst for adventure, rule the bubbleverse. Develop your skills as a trader, artisan, and entrepreneur as you explore the cornucopian land masses. Enclosed in floating dome thousands of meters high. Challenge other players to minigames. Create digital assets that you actually own and discover the truth behind what awaits beyond the domes. I like it and I don't, because it kind of depends on people like getting a hit in making gains. It's more like an Axie Infinity with a little more going for it. You know, I don't know if it's my, I really like stuff like Altura, Illuvium, Immutable X, Gala, things that have like maybe more than one game behind them. That's a little more interesting to me. Just, I'm just putting it out there, right? Still inside the flag for Bitcoin. I like what I'm seeing. As long as that stays sideways, we're good for altcoins and for BTC. Let's take a look at PMPY here on MEXC. And so this thing's just been on an absolute tear since it came out on November 28th at half a penny. It's doubled up. And again, it has low volume. No one really knows about it. It's mainly been getting bought up on DEXs and just a little bit here. And, it's very high risk at this point. Like, this is something I would put in what I would be willing to lose and just see if I got in early. But definitely got a small market cap. and could begin to grow a little bit and move forward. You know, something we've never heard about, PMPY, all right? Could get all the way up to 1.9 from where we're at. Swing trade to 73% gains. But again, very high risk. I would only put, like, for me personally, I'd be putting in like $500 or $1,000 at the very most. And even then I'd be weighing, I'd have to tell myself there's a way we could just lose it all. Yeah, I mean, I made that video, the top 5 coins of 5 million, and I talked about Illuvium and how I jumped into Illuvium super early, and this thing just continues to rip. Absolute beautiful move for Illuvium to the upside. You can see it made this Adam and Eve double bottom, like it was guaranteed to pump. And it got above the 200 SMA, which is a beautiful thing. And then you can see how, like, it pumps up to the 3-day 200 SMA. Once you get above the 3-day 200 SMA, oh my gosh, usually even more, just absolute loveliness. And look, I mean, the next real resistance is 261. So this thing is just about to moon. You know, getting in down here at about 38, 40 bucks was just, I mean, this thing is really starting to moon. And this is a big play for gaming. Illuvium. I personally own some Illuvium. I like it. Wish I had a little more, but I like it. You know. Illuvium, baby. Illuvium. Let's take a look at, so we looked at CELR, we looked at PYTH, we looked at FCON, we looked at CASPA. We got to look at TIA and Alex. And I'm probably missing something else too as well around the bend there. Celestia. I mean, was it 8 when we last looked at it? It might even be higher than that at this point. 879. Oh my goodness. Boy, did it take off. What a 3-day candle. Went all the way to 965. 953. Unbelievable. My target is 1058. Looks like it's likely going to get there. Unreal. And, you know, you'd be looking at just this flag here on the 1 hour. And if it continues in this flag, I don't see why it won't continue to pop. Possibly go to 1111. So, I mean, remember when I first bought this thing on the live stream at 228, 229? I mean, you're looking at basically a 3.5, almost a 4x, right? I did sell it all up in this area in the 6s and high 5s, and I never got back in personally. You know what I mean? I just, you know, I couldn't chase every single coin. I'll be honest. But this thing is hot, and it may become a big winner for whoever got in super, super early. Even on that wick, I mean, imagine getting in at $1. But there's going to be some big winners in this next big rally. I'm telling you. And there's going to be some coins we don't even know about yet. I'm looking at GameSwift, which I still don't own a position in. And there's some other coins around the radar that are, you know, going to start popping out that people don't know about. We're going to be able to have access to them pretty early. So another thing that we do in the group, we grind. We can find, we're just so close to the news and to the information and into the, like, the subgroups and the discords and the, you know, because I grind every single day, those people also show up on the stream and tell us about the coins. People respect my hustle, so they bless us with their hustle. And it's another really good thing about this live. It really feeds the need. So I'd watch this flag. This thing could continue to the upside. Again, if I was in a swing trade, I'd be taking some profit. I mean, that's insane, the move that it had today. All the way to 882. Starting somewhere at like $6, $6.50 today. So Coinbase dragging its feet on listing CASPA. No worries. It'll all happen in real time. It'll happen at the right time, right? So I never stress that type of stuff. That stuff happens when it's supposed to happen. Yeah. Been with the fam all night. Haven't checked in the math. Y'all ready for 55? I bet math hasn't changed. Haven't checked, and I'm not gonna. Citizen Senate coin. Everything will need a pullback. Maybe a baby pullback, but a pullback. Let the charts tell you the story. Amen. Okay. Kaiser Soze, if you do it one more time, you're going to be looked at as spam, and then you're not going to be able to be part of the community. Don't do that to yourself. We love you. We want to keep you here. All right? If you want to stay, do the right thing. If not, I get it. Then do whatever you want. You know. Shout out to everyone following me here on Twitter, at CryptoLifer33. Jump on in. I want to get to 25,000 followers on Twitter. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right? VRA trending right there, which is interesting. Okay. Veracity. Bitcoin still going sideways. It must break back above this key level of resistance to remain bullish, 39,006. But so far it is going sideways, but it could easily just double top here and tank back down. But I like what I'm seeing so far. I'm staying bullish. I'd rather be wrong and watch it dump in my face because the probability to me is more likely that it's going to the upside. But you never know. So let's take a look at Alex is the last thing that I see here on the radar. And I mean, Alex is going to start as Bitcoin gets more shine, right? Ordinals start to pump. As ordinals pump, Alex gets a little more movement. Remember when we first got into Alex at 9 and 7 cents, finally up a little bit, right, from way back when in May. But, you know, pretty boring. Not enough people have put the story together for ordinals. It's almost like too nerdy. Like, I get it, and my ordinal people get it, but everyone else is kind of like, and there's too much action around AI and other coins. It's easy enough to make money without having to deep dive into ordinals. You get it? So people are like, dude, I found a gaming coin. I've already 7x. Like, I don't need to figure all, you know what I mean? So to me, I mean, it is at a resistance. You'd like to see, if it breaks above this, I'd look for it to pull back and then make a flag. Otherwise, I'd look for some type of pullback further down yet again, right? This doesn't seem to have the follow through right now, but it is at a key resistance point. If it can break above 10, I'd look, you know, then I'd look for a cool flag around 10 or 11. And it's a cool play. Like, you play Stacks and Alex and Ordi if you want to get into ordinals, right? And there's probably some other things that we can get into as well that kind of show you what's happening, but that's kind of the move. That's the play behind the scenes when it comes to these. So, and that's kind of Alex in a nutshell. All right. Let's look at PAAL AI. That's been on my radar. I don't have a bag of that yet. You know, and it's hard to get to. That's why. Right? Oh, CoinEx has it, though. Our baby. So let's take a look at PAAL AI. Had a really nice run up. Kind of like XN. It feels like this is going to follow XNA. Right? You see how, like, they both kind of pumped together. Then they pulled back. Both came to, like, a fib. You know, now you're getting the bigger move. To me, this is likely starting to get its next big run up. And I'm thinking of jumping in on this. So, like, putting in like $2 to $3 grand into PAAL AI. So this is my next kind of low cap little gem that I believe could do some damage. It has enough buzz. Look at the 777s right there. That's interesting. And wow, we found a lot. If you're new, I mean, you got hit with so many new coins today, it's probably blowing your mind. This channel really, not only does it do technical analysis, it goes over Bitcoin calls, but we really find the coins that matter before a lot of people. Look at 77% of the supply. Circulating supply, 770. So weird, right? The 77s. Interesting. It's got an Ethereum address. You take a look at the website. The voice to your web data. Hello, pal. Tell me about the project. The power of AI and machine learning. PAAL is a robust AI ecosystem leveraging advanced AI and ML technologies. It enables users to create personalized AI, deploy it across multiple platforms, including Telegram and Discord, and offers comprehensive AI solutions for businesses and projects. You know, right? Yeah, and shout out to Crypto Bubbles, man. I love Crypto Bubbles. You take a look at the year, a lot of coins huge up on the year, 1,600% for Casper on the year. Right? We got into Casper, I believe, before the year. Injective protocol up. We were getting into that at $1. FTT had a good year. So RUNE up. Solana, an amazing year for a lot of coins. You know, again, it was in the last month or two that we had the biggest gains. Ordi up, FTT, Luna C, Casper, Tau, TIA. A lot of these coins. Look, I got an early on Tau at $80. TIA early. Immutable X early. RUNE early. WeMix, we go over a lot on the channel, right? And even was, you know, a token metrics pick inside of the weekly screen share. Cake, I'm an early founder in Cake. I mean, not founder, but, you know, I found it before a lot of people even knew what it was when it was back at 60 cents. The week was still hot for some coins. The day wasn't too bad, right? And even in the last hour, we've had a little bit of movement. Not amazing. And again, this doesn't cover every coin either, but we had a little bit of movement. I love Crypto Bubbles. Shout out to Crypto Bubbles. We love you. And Fiat League, together, they're really just awesome. Really awesome. So PAAL AI looks like it's bouncing off a golden pocket Fibonacci level. Going for more. Possibly to 27 for PAAL AI. All right. Kobe's 777 was a sign. Don't sleep. Buying spot altcoin gems seems to be the correct move for real gains. That's what I do for massive gains, man. Over and over again. Let's take a look at SHIDO. And shout out to my lifers who really want to spend the time with me every single night here and make it happen. 826 beautiful souls, 488 likes. The dedicated shall inherit the gains. We're going to have the biggest mansions on the most nicest streets. We're going to be able to give the biggest amount of money away to the people that need it the most. We're going to be able to make the biggest changes in the world. It's going to be us, the people that were here every single day during the bear and that put in the work during the bull and that didn't stop. The people that found the gems, the people that deep dived, the people that put in the work every single night. God bless you all. You know, while there were people out there drinking, watching the game, playing games, you're here grinding on a Saturday night. Pat yourself on the back, 800 beautiful souls. It was 800 of us together, and we were at a physical location. I mean, we would be unstoppable. So shout out to you all. We love you. We appreciate you. And you're all blessed to be here with the lifer. God bless you all. So we're looking at this here. I mean, it's getting tighter in the zone. Kind of a descending triangle in a way. Not looking amazing. And, you know, it can be a bearish sign. But a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom as well. Right? So I'm not writing it off completely. Let me take a look at that 4-hour time frame. Getting oversold. Almost want to say it's in this falling wedge. Yeah. There you go. Touching the 200 SMA. So you want to see if it can stay above this 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, you can go more sideways, right? You really would like to see it break out and get back above this 15 area. What I see is the beginning of a possible shoulder, a head, and another right shoulder that can get us above this level. But that level is going to be key. You stay below that level, then you're looking for some other bounces and you're looking for some support and resistance. But if you can get above here and retest, that is a gem area for a bigger move to the upside. I do see the target at 0026, which is about a double up from where we're at. But again, it has a resistance. It may have a little more downside to go before the bigger move to the upside. Pulling a fib on that too also tells me it is bouncing to that 786. It has retraced nicely, getting into the golden pocket. I'd just like to see it break out and retest 0015136. That would be the key area that I would be watching when it comes to SHIDO. All right. For me, I like to play it safe, you know. SHIDO, possible low cap gem, folks. Do your own research. POW coin said to be the next Casper. SHIDO. I mean, everything's the next Casper now. That's the problem, right? We got SHIDO new and SHIDO old. $13 million market cap. All right. 69% of the supply out. All right. That's not bad. All right. MEXC, Uniswap, Open Ocean is a DeFi ecosystem built around the SHIDO chain, SHIDO DeFi platform, and SHIDO wallet. A decentralized layer 1 blockchain using transaction speed, infinite scalability, and interoperability of the cosmos. Combining with development power of EVM, Tendermint consensus engine, and deflationary tokenomics that burns the transaction fee. SHIDO will boost an infinite capacity where it can scale up computations with interconnected blockchains. Each validator can process transactions in parallel. It talks a good game. A lot of things that talk a good game that quick and that fast, I mean, could be awesome, but will it really achieve that? It doesn't seem like people take it that seriously yet, right? Otherwise, I think it would have a bigger market capitalization and a little more buzz, but you never know. I'm not sold on it at the present moment. SHIDO DeFi, SHIDO network built on SHIDO. Website's okay. Download the SHIDO app. They already have the SHIDO app out, which is pretty interesting. They're already doing stuff. The DeFi card, access your liquidity and spend it over 45 merchants. That's pretty cool. No fee on spending. That's interesting. Trade on SHIDO DeFi. Okay, I'm starting to see a little more going on here. I'm just hard on the coin when I first look at it. AWS, Alchemy Pay, Lossless, Cosmos. All right, it's a little more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Better than that other coin that just said it was going to do something. You know, like it actually has an app and stuff. Look at the 444 now. So weird. So SHIDO is interesting. Might want to write SHIDO down. I'm now giving it about a 7. I still got to do more research. And it is in a pullback zone. It's not like you're buying at the top of a pump. But again, do your own research. All right. All right. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right. And let's take a look at the fan funding here. Melissa Williams, God bless you. Crypto Clown World, Shido. Promethean Prodigy, PMP. Can you deep dive Python, please? Yeah. TA on XPNET, USDC on MEXC. Rafiki Grows, can we take a look at Comp? Yep, UNFI, we took a look at that. Can you look at TA on XP Network? Its ticker is XPNET. Can you look at TIP? Wow, craziness. $167 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. May God bless each and every one of you. 517 likes, 827 people on the live. This is like a live stream you've never seen. I'm working overtime here, learning about every single new coin possible every single day, just getting it in. XPNET. I mean, it came all the way down, did a bit of a double bottom, Adam and Eve backwards, right? Came out, got really low liquidity, honestly. Not a fan really right now of this setup. You know, broke above previous support or resistance, but just not a fan of the setup. Above some key support or resistance areas. 6 hour looks like it's gonna break out of this flag. And has more to go. My measured move takes me here, but I don't know. Something about it just doesn't, you know, maybe it rips all the way to who knows where tomorrow, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It does have no real, like, resistance until it gets all the way to, like, 3.8, but I don't know. Something about it doesn't call my name. I don't know what it is. Let's take a look at TIP, USDT, and then we'll look at comp. Oh, TIP was looking nice, getting tight in the zone. This is one that didn't play out. I like showing you setups that don't play out, right? Because it can't be every single setup played out. But that was looking nice. See, it had what I like to go for, it getting tighter in the zone, but it eventually fell, you know. I guess you could try to say it was in more of a symmetrical triangle, and they do break down more than they break up. But so we lost Tipperino there. And one would have to kind of do something like this with it, or, you know, occasionally I say, you know what, it fell out and fell back inside because it doesn't make as much sense. It's harder to kind of keep it on track, right? You know, this is what I see, you know, or it's more in like this, which is really like almost a descending triangle kind of vibe. But so TIP is making this falling wedge. Previous support or resistance, you got resistance here, resistance there. So not amazing. Like, it doesn't look good. It's not what I'm usually into looking at, right? Like, and what I'm going for though is like, you know, kind of like this funny Adam and Eve. So you want to see if it can just kind of hang out and go sideways for a while. Even if it makes a huge shoot breakout, it might come down and eventually make a bull. You know, I don't know. It looks cool, but you know, I've seen better days. I've seen better setups. If it gets back above 0.005. Bang, that would be the key level that I'm looking for, because that's a bit of a support that did become a resistance now for TIP. But, you know, I don't know. Yeah, it could get a nice pump. There's some bullish. There's a little bit of div, but it's not amazing. I'm being honest. I'm not like, oh my God, right? Comp is a huge coin with a very big market cap. It takes a lot to move comp. So I don't get too excited when I go over comp. You know what I mean? Because even if it gets a pump, like, how big is the pump going to be, right? Like, I've been tracking this target, this area for comp since October 21st, right? And it's just doing its thing, and it's getting tighter. And I do see a move for comp eventually going up to 103. It's going to double, but it's probably going to take you like 2 to 3 months just to double your money. So many better coins to be in, so many better ideas, so many better narratives to be playing right now as the AI, gaming, metaverse, you know. Smaller ideas that comp gets up to about 68. Right? And so I see comp breaking out, and I'm bullish on comp, but it's going to take a day, you know, a year and a day, you know? So I don't know. You do what you want with comp. I'd be moving on to brighter pastures. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, right? So you got to do whatever makes you happy, you know? And that's comp. Shout out to everybody here. We like to trade on MEXC. Zero spot maker and taker fees. jump on in today. If MEXC is the place to be for you, you'd find it amazing. You can get there by just hitting the link right here in the comment section, and you can join my beautiful trading group at CryptoLifer.com. Join today and find out what's going on behind the scenes. I taught an amazing class today. The class was unbelievable, and it'll blow your mind. I can't wait to see you there. Jump on in. And on top of that, I also have an amazing newsletter that you can access here through the pinned comment. Make sure you opt in and agree when you do that and send in your email address. And that way I can, if I have to stream from somewhere, sometimes I might even do private streams just to whoever hit this email up and give you guys some awesome alpha. So, hey, you don't want to miss those streams and the behind the scenes information. And we also do an amazing, amazing job every single Monday on the newsletter. The newsletter is really good alpha, something that I believe will really blow your mind, and so much value out of that. It'll blow your mind. So jump on in today. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Well, we've gone over a lot of coins. We've talked about a lot of stuff. We've had a lot of fun. But I think I'm going to start shutting it down at 9:43. I felt like myself tonight for one of the first times ever of any live stream that I had. I sent a mail to support, can't pay with the credit card. Anyway, that's fine. I love your teaching style. Thanks for showing up for us and sharing your knowledge. I can't send money, but I can send love. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Sean Whitney. We love you. You do an amazing job. It is Sam. As it is, Sam. Thank you. God bless you. Rabbit X, decentralized perp Dex. Yeah, I was looking at, I think, Rabbit RBX the other day. And look, you see Bitcoin dominance is falling a little bit. That's good for the altcoins this weekend. All right. So RabbitX just came out, right? Liquidity is going to be small. Of course, not one of you is going to know about it. Might be more on decentralized exchanges, but it has a bigger measured move out the flag. Seemed like it tried to get there, but didn't get the follow through. 4 hour needs to come back down. I'd be looking at it on like the 15 just because it's so new. And I don't, the spread's small. This would be something I would put in a very small amount of my money in, $500 to $1,000. See what could happen. See if I get in early and then go from there. 13 cents. It was already down somewhere at 7, so it's already doubled up pretty fast. Just be careful, low liquidity. But yeah, I'd watch this flag on the 15 or the 30 and see if it can continue kind of channeling, and then next stop is somewhere about 17 cents. I'm just not a huge fan, but it probably can do some gains. All right. And Dogecoin. And then everyone, I'm done with the super chats. If you send one in, I'm going to cancel it out for the day. I am exhausted. I appreciate it though. $169 in chat revenue, 789 people, 538 likes on the chat. Unbelievable. So Dogecoin up to 8.6, breaking out. And I got so many alerts too that I'm going to share with the trading group. You really want to see what the alerts are saying, things that I'm putting out there. So Doge breaking out, just hit my alert there, as you can see. But getting high on the 12 hour, right? I'd like to see it make some type of flag here and pull back, or pump up a little more. But eventually it looks like it's going to have to make some type of flag before it makes its continuation. But it did break out. I like what I'm seeing. And the bigger move is to 10 and 8/10 of a cent for Doge. I think there's such a better coin out there, though. It has such a bigger market cap at this point. But again, do whatever makes you happy, When I just do the math and I look at the efficiency of how to make money in the market, I can't figure out why certain coins are even traded, but it is what it is. People like to do what they want, right? I can't force them, Well, like when you're 10xing Casper while someone waits on Doge is crazy, right? But again, I'm sure there's some coins I've missed. I don't get every coin in the game, which I wish I did, right? So... Okay, we appreciate you, Lifer. I always enjoy your live streams. Best trader of the game. God bless you, and thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Shout out to Norman K. And God bless everyone that follows me and supports me. I love you. I care about you. I dream about you every night. And I want you to do, but I do. I dream about each and every one of you doing amazing things. I dream about my trading group being amazing and known around the world. And I dream about all of us just being amazing. And I know we can do it. And there's no reason why we can't, as we continue to push every single day, every single time we hang out, right? Again, we're not going to be right every time. If we have a plan for each plan set, we're going to be all right, though. We're going to make it no matter what, right? So look, I mean, you look at Bitcoin, and right now it's sitting inside of this channel, right? And like we said, I mean, there is some bearishness. I did go over this, and I had to say, I'm starting to see a little bit of bearishness for BTC. It doesn't mean we can't get this huge pop. It doesn't mean we're not going to get blasted out to the upside, but I'm just putting it out there, right? Shout out to my channel sponsors, BingX, we love you. If you want to trade S&P futures and Bitcoin in the same place, you can't do it anywhere else more smoothly, more efficiently than BingX. BingX is the place to be right there. Jump into BingX, you'll love it. And then ITrust Capital. ITrust Capital right over there on the far right screen. ITrust Capital is where you can move your IRA, I mean, which is amazing. Your Roth IRA, I mean, where else can you do something like that? So super, super awesome. ITrust Capital is absolutely wonderful. And just a really, really good place. Shout out to the channel sponsors. We appreciate you. We love you. And CryptoLifer.com. Check out CryptoLifer.com today, which is actually, the word is cut off. Let me get that back in action. Silly me. Only I would do that to my own banner. CryptoLifer.com. Check it out. CryptoLifer.com. All right. We appreciate you. New website, new and improved, ready to go. And I'd love to see you there. Check out what we have to offer. Give me a month of your time. I will make it worth it. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. So Bitcoin still staying inside the channel that we talked about. Again, it isn't a low with a high, a low, a lower high. Bit of an M pattern. If you can't get back above 39,005, expect more downside. And so far, we have been slipping to the downside, right? The 4-hour doesn't look amazing anymore. It's a little overbought. The daily's a little overbought. We're seeing some bearish divergence on the daily time frame as well. I showed you up in here. Maybe this was, I think I did this all on the all-time history index. Hold on. But the daily has some bearish div that we went over. Not amazing. So it's going to be up to these small time frames to see if they can bail us out, honestly, right? And you can see we're actually almost losing. It was a nice pennant. We're starting to kind of lose that nice trajectory, in my humble opinion, on the pennant there. So last of my short or long at the last minute here. I mean, I was so adamant about the long. I was back and forth. I see some, I'm getting mixed signals for BTC, but at the same time, I mean, I have bearish sentiment. For me, I wouldn't long unless I see a candle break above. This is the one time where I would buy a breakout. I wait for this to break out and retest. Small time frame, or maybe a 1-hour candle to close above this resistance. Until then, I would remain bearish. We're just showing signs that we can't get back above the zone, and we might as well Bart Simpson our way. And there's a nice gap here in the VRVP. So I actually remain bearish unless Bitcoin can get back above 39,006. To me, I'm not so like, oh, let's open up a long immediately from the bigger time frames, what I'm looking at in the bigger time frames. So I have to caution you, I do see some bearishness. And I'm sorry for my back and forth today. I was a little back and forth. Sometimes I am. I'm honest. I'm a human being. I was like really adamant about the bullishness, but then when I really look at it, we have to say we couldn't get above the zone, and this is a bit of an M pattern, So the idea is basically open up a short now, stop loss above this level. It's basically called an insurance short. In my mind, I would open up a short, and then, if it dips, if it goes up some more sideways and starts to chill, then we can cut off the short, switch long again. If it breaks out and retest, we may not even get stopped out. We can cut off the short and switch long again. But if it starts to dump, we're already covered on the short, So I'm now calling more short than long based on the idea that Bitcoin is showing some signs of bearishness and not able to give above some key levels. All right. And we had about an hour, right? Said it would take at least no more than 2 to 3 hours. And it's been about almost 2 hours since I said that about the 15-minute. And we really we couldn't get above the zone. So levels to watch is Bitcoin to kind of hit this level and just go, it'd be awesome if it just does a double bottom and goes more sideways and makes a bull pennant. But the second it loses 39.3, it's coming back down to test 38.880. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Do you like the new lens? I'm using a wide-angle lens. Different lens gives you a little more view of me than you had before. Before, I was more like in your face. I don't know. You tell me. It is what it is. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. And may you cherish your lives. And remember, one day at a time, one step at a time. And remember, no one ever went broke taking profits. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.